give a disclaimer that we're running a little
late, but that don't mean that we rush our time with the peoples.
I'm not saying to rush, sweetheart.
Okay, sis.
But what I am saying is that we're running a little bit later than we normally.
You're right.
So, like I stated, there are 5 topics that we're going to talk about. And...
that slap your mama season is something else.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Get ready. Dip it inside that sriracha. Is that good?
It's a little spicy.
It's good though.
Hey, Mr. Shirley.
This is Shirley.
So, the first question is, first question is, what is the best trait you inherited from your parents?
I don't know. What's the best trait you inherited from your parents? No, I'm just kidding. The best trait that I inherited, I know from my father. My mother too. Both of my parents are, they're comedic. So their ability to laugh regardless of what's going on, I'm glad that I inherited that because like laughter has carried me a long way, especially when things are a lot harder for me.
My mother said, "Oh, child."
My best is, the ability to laugh regardless of what's going on.
Okay.
In sad times, I laugh. In happy times, I laugh. Angry times, I do my best to laugh. So yeah, the ability to laugh.
Okay.
How about you?
I would say from my mom, I inherited her sensitivity.
Yes.
And
okay.
Shyness. However, from my dad, I inherited, I don't want to say a hot temper. I'm not really, but when I'm upset.
You can be short-tempered when you're upset.
I inherited.
You can be short-tempered when upset.
I inherited the short-temperedness.
I've seen it.
From my dad.
I've seen her do it.
And I'm a much milder version of him. Yeah,
that's true.
I am a much milder version of that. So
Mom inherited the care for people from grandma. That's true.
So that's great.
It's good. What did you all inherit from your parents? Mom said she inherited the care for people, and she has it. She cares for people. She really does.
Yeah.
Like, she really cares for people.
She does.
She really does.
That she does. Like, I would say all my life.
I've never known you to fail.
But all my life, if anyone needed somewhere to stay,
oh yeah,
she took them in.
Me included.
Well, yeah, but
I'm saying, but even when I needed somewhere to go, somewhere to stay, your mom, our mom, she's our mom now. You know what I mean? She's my mother too, Mia. But she took me in. You know, I needed somewhere to go. She's like, oh yeah, I got an extra room. You can stay up there. And she didn't really know me like that then. You know what I mean? So I was like, wow, she let me stay with her. That's a beautiful trait to have. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't nothing to come home from church. She'd be like, Mia, Sister so-and-so's gonna stay in your room. And you'd be like,
what you mean?
Like, what? And they would stay, stay in my room.
Over there.
So, Yeah. Definitely. She has that hands down. Okay. So, next question is, I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody's. Okay. So the next question is, if you could bring back one family member who passed away, who would it be and why?
It would definitely be my grandmother. Definitely. No, without a doubt, it would be grandma. Because me and grandma had some of the best talks. Grandma would tell me stories, and this would be the reason why. Grandma would tell me stories about childhood, growing up in the South. She would tell me about how she would help her mom with working when she was younger, and to watch other kids going to school when she was working. They pick crops, stuff like that.
Right.
She would talk about how they grew up in the South and how they had their food, the pigs, under the porch.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, so she would hear them. And she would say how great grandpa would kill the hogs.
Oh my gosh, I would have been
They
a
would have
vegetarian.
Yep. She would tell stories like that. So I would bring her back. And no matter how many times she told the story, it never got old.
Right.
It was like she just told it every time I heard it.
Right.
So I would definitely go back in time and bring my grandmother back for that reason. Just to sit down and talk with her just one more time.
Right. Right.
That would be great. Who would you?
I would bring.
You heard me say, who would you? Who would you?
My mother said it, but I would bring back Bishop Greer.
Yeah.
It's a lot that I wish I would have said. You know what I mean? That I didn't say. So if I could bring back someone, I would bring Bishop Greer back, because it's a.
Bishop Greer, is her.
Oh, I'm sorry.
her
Bishop
stepfather.
Greer is my stepdad. I'm sorry, I didn't say who. I just started talking. Bishop Greer is my stepfather. But if I could bring back someone, it would be him. It's a lot of talks I think we missed. You know what I mean?
Your heart to hearts and all that.
Right. So I would definitely.
Hey,
bring him
Jerome.
back. Hey, Ronnie.
What's
Paul-
her name? Oh,
Paul
Hudson
said-
said my
yeah.
great grandmother. Oh yeah, Mother Shannon.
Sister Shirley said her husband. My mom said Bishop Greer. Yeah, like it's. Even if it's just for like a day,
Even if it's
or
just
you know
for
what
a
I
day.
mean? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because things that could have been or should have been like said back when you were younger, you don't really think about.
You don't think about it.
You don't think about it on that level until you get a little older and go, oh, I could have said, or I should,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that would be
Beautiful.
one of the persons.
One of the person.
Okay.
One of the people.
So, the next question is, what are some of the misconceptions of being a minister and a minister wife? But you're not a wife, so I'm asking.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the whole question is, what are some of the misconceptions of being a minister and a minister's wife, or I would say someone in ministry? You know?
Yeah, it's someone in ministry. People tend to think that you are. Well, it appears that people think that you're beyond.
Hi.
Hey, oh.
Hey, oh.
Some people tend to think the misconceptions of being in ministry, or a minister's wife, or a minister's wife, someone in ministry. They tend to think that you're, one, not human, two, aren't subject to emotion, or three, that you can't just be. I say this all the time. My wife will tell you. I'm like, yo, why can't you just be normal? Like, some people think that you can't just be normal,
Right.
and have a conversation or laugh. Just let your hair down for a moment. Not too much. 'Cause after all that hair let down, you find out that you're bald headed. But I'm just saying, you just wish that people would.
Some people forget that you're a human. Right.
Exactly. That's exactly what I say. Like, people forget that you're human. That that it's okay to laugh. It's okay to be normal. It's okay to be approachable. But
Right.
some people become untouchable.
Right.
Like, no, I don't ever want to lose that. The ability. Hi, Erica. You don't ever want to lose the ability
Hi.
to be relatable to people. And to talk to them and to just be normal. I mean, to just be human.
Right. True. True.
Like, you have an assignment. Yes. You have a gift. Yes. You preach. Yes. You evangelize. Yes. But you're also human. Learn to be normal. It's okay to laugh. It'll keep you from cracking up.
Right.
You know, it'll keep you from cracking because some people, they crumble under that pressure of just being normal. The one day that they're normal, people are like,
What? You smile?
"Look, get my asthma pump." They just laughed.
Right.
No, it's okay. I
Yeah.
say it all the time. Just be normal. So what are some of the
When people say like that, I like to laugh. Right.
exactly.
Exactly.
She wants people to realize I love anyone that knows me. I love to laugh. I joke all the time
Day.
because yeah, laughter has helps me a lot. Like with nervous,
Right.
whether I'm nervous, whether I'm sad, whether I am happy or a little angry, I have to laugh about something to keep me up. You know, because I don't want to succumb to like things with life. Because sometimes if you let stuff stress you out, it will and it'll kill you. And I'm just not ready for that. You know.
Right.
So I've learned to laugh. You know, to be like I've said it so many times in reference to church people. Sometimes I've said it, and I love church. That's my life.
Right.
I love church. That's all I know. So, but hear me when I say this, and hear me good. I've said plenty of times about some of us in church. I say, yo, why can't you just be normal?
Sometimes they don't know. I think they don't.
They don't know how to live a balanced life.
Right. Because sometimes they go too far to the.
You know, some people go
to
too
the
far.
right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then sometimes you're too far, so you don't know how to, like you said, that balance, that middle.
Even though I laugh, but I know how to bring it back in. I'm like, listen, I'm coming back
Right.
in with it.
But I remember I got this question from one of my friends because she
Where
said
is she at? Why is she not on here?
work. She worked at the hospital.
Oh, well, yeah.
So she asked me, she said, Mia, you guys are so approachable. Like she said you don't, first of all, I don't wear hats, so maybe
Yeah.
that's a little,
Yeah.
but I'm not a hat wearer.
Yeah.
I like hats, but I'm not a hat wearer. So
You just don't like them yet. I mean, furthermore, that's not like your bracket right now. You know what I mean?
yet,
Yeah, maybe one day you'll love hats. You never know. I don't want you to wear a hat. I don't care if you wear a hat or not. I think you look fine without a hat. But if you chose to wear a hat, maybe one day it'll change.
right.
You know? That's what I'm saying. That's why I said yeah.
But she was like, that we make mistakes. Right.
Right.
She was just like, you guys are so approachable and you laugh and you talk with people. But my thing is if people don't see you as approachable, how do you draw them?
You
know,
can't.
like how do you win them? How do you let them know that in one sense we are the same? I do understand titles and I'm not talking, but we're human. We're
human.
We laugh, we hurt, we cry, we go through. But if you're always so
Starchy.
high-minded and so just
Yeah.
then how do they know that they can really relate to you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you never come down to kind of
Be relatable. Be
Right.
normal. Just talk
Right.
to people. Like just people. You can find out so much about people and learn how many similarities that you have with this person if you would just talk to people.
right.
I'll talk to anybody. I really will. I will talk to anyone, any stranger. I'm just like, hey, how you doing? You know, where you from? Oh, the first time I ever seen you in this neighborhood. This is me. But you have
you
to be
talk to
able to
anybody.
talk to people.
I'm a little I'll talk to you, but not like, hey, never seen you before. What's your name? Just be like, ooh. In that instance, I'm very shy. I'm very kind of, but I am approachable.
I guess people don't even know. That's true. I'm sorry, yes, I cry when people don't even know.
Right.
That's true. Like, you're human.
Exactly. And I think we were talking about this a little bit yesterday with my mom. When we were saying how when she married my stepdad, because he was already like the pastor, she had the pastoral kind of respect for him. You know what I mean?
She already had that, yeah.
So when they got married, it was a little different because he was your pastor. Now he's your husband. So it's almost like, not how do I bring him down to be my husband, but how do
I relate to him?
Right. So she was saying she always kept that high respect, like he's my pastor. And he was. But you kind of, I believe it is kind of hard to go from you being my pastor to now you're my husband. It's almost like, how do I not normalize you, but in a sense, normalize you for the home aspect,
right?
You know. But I mean, I didn't see a, you know. But like I was saying, I said with you and I, yes, you were a minister before we got married, but I guess because you weren't my minister at the time, like we didn't go to the same church. We went to
different
separate churches, even though I never wanted to marry anybody in ministry. That was not my...
I still have that vivid memory of you when I was about 14. Walking downtown New Brunswick, I walked past you, I said hi, and you said not a word.
I do not remember.
You did it to me.
Shut up. I guess they did. To be honest, Otis, my mother got married when I was 11. I think I was 11. I don't even know when they dated or even went out to even talk about dating. You know what I mean? Like I never saw it.
Please, kids don't process it yet.
No, what I'm saying is, you know how you would know if your mom's talking
an inkling.
to... No.
You didn't have... What I'm saying is, you didn't have an inkling, so you would have had an inkling, but you didn't know.
I never, like, he dropped us off at the house, I think maybe once after, but that was not unnormal. You know, the Saints would take us home, so that wasn't abnormal to get a ride home. Like, I never...
Exactly.
So when they announced it, I was just like, what?
What you talking?
When they announced that they were I'm about to ask my wife. Ask her, but when they announced it, I was just like, who? The only thing I had was a dream that my mother was marrying Bishop Davis. But I knew that he was, already married, and I was 11. So, at 11, you like, yeah, whatever. God put us together because I didn't. Look at him. Right. Why Paul laughing? I did, Paul. I had a dream that my mother was marrying Bishop Davis, and we was riding around the projects in a white Honda.
Riding around the projects in a white Honda.
Where we lived, it was like the public housing. I was like, Mom, I had a dream he married Bishop Davis, and we was riding, and she looked at me. She was like, what? Because at that time they were in the process of, I guess, setting up the weddings. I had no idea.
You didn't know.
I knew nothing. Okay, you could, like, I had that. Now, if you was like 4 or 5, then you, but at 11, there was nothing. No, I mean, not even, not you like, wrong. Exactly. Exactly.
Well, say wrong bishop. Exactly.
So I was just like, but that was how that kind of, I guess, fused in, and